Hey everyone, Mr. MC here. This is a lap guide for the new lap time challenge taking place at Rebel Ring with the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 9 MR. So this event is a 2-week event ending at the end of March 13, 2024. We're using a fully stock Lancer Evo 9 and we're on the sports hard tires. Your goal is to get within the 3% time range of the world record time when the event ends, as that is when your lap time gets counted, and hopefully you'll get the 2 million credits. And one thing I want to note is that with this car, you want to rev the heck out of it before you shift up. Here are my in-game tags in case you want to see my replay in-game. I'll also leave a link to the replay in the description down below. Now, as we get started with the lap guide, as I just mentioned, you rev the heck out of this car before you go up a gear. And for some of these turns, you want to do the rapid downshifting shenanigans to help the car brake a little better and to try to get the rotation. Now for turn number 1, you're going to bring yourself towards the left side of the track and you're going to brake before the 100 meter board. You're going to use all of your braking power and make your way down to 3rd gear. The 50 meter board is your turning point. Take advantage of the red and white curves as you're still within track limits. Ease off of the brakes as you're turning in, so doing a bit of trail braking, and you want to get the car pointing towards the next section of the track as quickly as possible so you can get back on the throttle. And this car does get a little understeery when you're getting on the throttle, so that's something that you want to be careful of. Bring yourself towards the left, brake before you reach the 100 meter board, so this is right as a new sector starts. Brake as much as you can and rapid downshift down to 2nd gear. The car will get a little squirmy. Turn in with a curb on the left ends, and as soon as you hit the apex, you can go up to 3rd gear. That's what I do in this run. I go up to 3rd gear and then get on the throttle. You're eventually going to make your way towards the left side of the track, and you're going to brake at around the 120-125 meter mark. So you're going to use all of your braking power, and just like in the previous turn, you're going to rapid downshift your way down to 2nd gear. You do want to be a little careful here because you're going downhill, so the car might get a little squirmy again, so get ready to catch that. Ease off of the brakes as you're turning in, and as soon as you hit the apex, shift up to 3rd gear and get back on the throttle. Now for these next 2 turns, I like to stay on 4th gear, so you're going to brake before the 50 meter board. You're going to be at full braking power for a short moment, then start to ease off the brakes and turn in before the curb on the right ends. So you're just trying to be as smooth as you can through here, staying on 4th gear if you're like me and you don't feel like doing any more gear shifting. Then brake just before the curb on the right ends. You're going to be at full braking power for a very short moment. Turn in when you pass on the right ends and just ease off the brakes. Just trying to be a bit smooth through here so the car doesn't slide around too much. Nice and easy back on the throttle, making use of the entire width of the track, including the red and white curbs. Bring yourself towards the left, and you're going to brake right after the 100 meter board. You're going to go down to 4th gear, and you're just trying to be as smooth as you can, easing off of the brakes and turning in. So turning in when the curb on the left ends. Again, trying to be as smooth as possible. It's really easy to slide around in here. Finally, brake before the Austrian flag on the left ends. You can go down to 3rd gear for a bit more turn-in, but I like to just stay on 4th gear and just, again, use the entire width of the track and go ahead and finish your lap. If you have a good lap time, you can just stay on 4th gear so you don't lose a little bit of time doing the gear shifting right as you cross the start-finish line. But anyways, we're going to go through this again, but this time not stopping the video. So making use of the entire width of the track, brake before the 100 meter board, go down to 3rd gear, and again make use of the entire width of the track, just trying to get the car pointing towards the next section of the track as quickly as possible, and then get back on the throttle. And just don't forget that you rev the heck out of this car before shifting up gears. Bring yourself towards the left, brake before the 100 meter board, go down to 2nd gear for more rotation, back up to 3rd gear as you hit the apex and get back on the throttle as soon as you can. And yeah, doing the rapid downshifting, it'll help the car brake a bit faster, but it does make the car a bit squirmy, especially for this downhill turn. So you want to be careful about that. Brake at around the 125 meter mark. Again, rapid downshift, the car gets a little squirmy, so you want to be careful about that. Back up to third gear as you exit the turn. Bring yourself towards the right. Gonna brake before the 50 meter board. Here you can get away with fourth gear for this turn and the turn that's coming up. In case you're like me, you don't feel like doing any more gear shifting for a bit. And just trying to be nice and smooth through here. Trying to prevent the car from sliding too much so you don't scrub off any speed. And for this next turn, you will be on fourth gear. You do have to shift up over here though. But anyways, brake right after the 100 meter board. Go down to fourth gear. Just trying to be nice and smooth through here. Really easy to slide around. Brake before the Austrian flag on the left ends. You can stay on fourth gear right here. Get back on the throttle as soon as you can. And go ahead and cross the finish line. So with this, I was able to get a 1:45.7, and I guess the nice thing is that it didn't take too long for me to get to this because it is 3 in the morning. Oh gosh, I need to go to bed. Good night.